Hello. Now, before we dive into this video, I want you to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell icon, and make sure to thumbs up the video if you like it, and you will. So just thumbs it up right now and just in anticipation, honestly. Now, when I was filming the video, I live in Oklahoma in the country, wide open spaces, very windy. And so I was a little bit distracted by the wind because it was shaking my camera tripod, trying to knock over my camera. So I did forget, and I'm going to preface the video and just slide it in here to let you know that none of what I'm saying is hearsay or opinion. It's all based on scientific studies. And furthermore, I've been living on an O.M.A.D diet for over a year now. Honestly, I've done it for more than a year, but back in April, my grandmother passed away, and I wasn't thinking about or worried about what type of diet to eat at the time. So for a good little 3-month period, my grandma passed away and my house got destroyed by a tornado. So I was homeless, living in a van pretty much. And during that period, I was just eating whatever, I was staying at family's house and eating whatever was available to me whenever it was available. So for that short window, I was not eating O.M.A.D, but for more than a year before that, I was eating O.M.A.D and got back on O.M.A.D about 2 months ago. So I've eaten O.M.A.D for a very long time. So this is not an opinion based on, other videos that I've seen alone and not actually tried myself or anything like that. So what I'm saying is based on not only scientific studies that are provable, axiomatic, self-evident, you could self-verify what I'm saying, but also I personally have done it. I wouldn't recommend something that I hadn't tried before myself with long-term success. And so I wanted to let you know I have done O.M.A.D. I do O.M.A.D. I eat 1 meal a day between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. and I thrive on it. So you can do it too, I guarantee. Number 2, I left out an important piece of information. A lot of people that do O.M.A.D, they will drink coffee throughout the day along with water for various purposes, all of which can be accomplished, the same purposes, a different means to the same end can be accomplished by drinking bitter green juices, like juicing dandelion juice or kale or Swiss chard or bok choy and drinking that. So, because the reason that's important to tell you is that you can't drink certain things on O.M.A.D because it's got calories in it. So your body, even though you're drinking it, your body looks at it the same as it looks at a meal, and it breaks the fasting period. So you couldn't, for instance, drink milk during your fasting period on O.M.A.D or things like that. You can drink herbal teas, you can drink water, and you can drink juiced, bitter vegetables and leafy greens. So if you want to drink that throughout the day, you can. Otherwise, if you don't like tea and you don't want to drink a bunch of leafy green juice throughout the day, I recommend that you do both of those things. But either way, you need to drink a bunch of water while you're intermittent fasting, because you are fasting. It's just like doing a water fast for a week or 2 weeks or 30 days or whatever. It's just like a water fast, but you're fasting for 23 hours at a time, and then you're breaking the fast at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., then you're fasting another 23 hours. So just wanted to throw it out there. I personally have done the diet I'm about to talk to you about in this video. I do it right now. I don't even like calling it a diet because you thrive on it. It's not like suffering or punishment. It's amazing. You feel great. You get ripped and lean. You get a lot of energy. And it's cheaper because you're eating less. So I personally have done it. I do it right now. I've done it for over a year. So it's long-term study that I've done myself with my own body as a guinea pig. And it just makes you lean, ripped, and energetic as all get out. And yeah, you can drink leafy green, bitter vegetables throughout the day and it not count as breaking the fast. Don't drink fruit juice or fruit smoothies or anything like that, fruit related, until your meal period, because that has high calories, high carbs, high glucose, and it will break your fast and it will change your metabolism and defeat the whole purpose of O.M.A.D. So water herbal teas, bitter, leafy green, vegetable juices, cold pressed, during the fasting period. During the eating period, you're going to do juiced leafy greens and vegetables. You're going to do fruit smoothies. You're going to do a lot of white rice, purple rice, brown rice, and you're going to do a lot of baked potatoes and a lot of vegetables, steamed vegetables, baked vegetables, anything but fried. Don't fry stuff. That's unless you use an air fryer, because that's just counterproductive to eating healthy. So yeah, but that's the preface to the video. Now we're going to jump into the video, because that was stuff I left out that I should have put in. So here we go. So, I assume from the thumbnail, from the title of the video, that if you're here, you probably search the terms intermittent fasting or O.M.A.D or nothing till 4 diet or 1 meal a day on YouTube. Or, of course, you might just be subscribed to my channel. And so you're here because it popped up on your newsfeed, on your updates for your YouTube videos. So for the people that are just here because they're subscribed to my channel and perhaps don't know the terms O.M.A.D or intermittent fasting or nothing till 4, I'll explain that to you a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal. There is, for lack of a better term, a diet. I don't really like to call it a diet unless you use the term lifestyle diet, perhaps, because diet has certain connotations with it. Negative connotations and connotations of, you know, suffering, starving, not eating the kind of foods that you want to eat. But there's a lifestyle diet called intermittent fasting, or O.M.A.D for short, which stands for 1 meal a day. Some people, Marcus Rothkranz in particular, and anybody who's familiar with Marcus, they like to call it nothing till 4 diet, but it's essentially the same thing. It's just nothing till 4 diet is a more specific time frame of when the eating window is. But all of these terms more or less pretty much mean that you're going to eat 1 meal a day instead of the arbitrarily decided 3 meals a day that most people in this country and a lot of people around the world eat. Arbitrarily decided, has nothing really to do with science or nutrition or any real need to eat 3 meals a day. So O.M.A.D just means you're going to take your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and instead of eating those 3 meals, you're eating all your meals at one time. Nothing till 4 specifically means that you're doing that at 4, between the hours of 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. as your 1 hour eating window. So you're 23-hour fasting. It's like fasting, like water fasting, except you're doing it all the time for 23 hours at a time every day. Excuse me. Grab my water. So, yeah, what you're going to do is from the hours of 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Or if you want to at first, if you lack that type of discipline, you could from the hours of 4 p.m. to like 8 p.m. It wouldn't be 23-hour fasting. It'd be like 20-hour fasting if you did that. But from the hours of 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., that's your scheduled eating window. So you wake up in the morning, you don't have your eggs and bacon or your cereal, whatever other nonsense passes for food these days in America for breakfast. You don't have your Pop-Tart, okay? You don't have any of that breakfast junk that you eat. You skip it. Grab you a big old gallon jug of water, and that's your breakfast. And you just drink as much water as you can and as you feel like you need throughout the day. Lunchtime comes around, you skip it. And then, just like the term brunch means you're having your breakfast and your lunch at the same time, sometimes between lunchtime and dinner time, 4 p.m., you're going to have a combined lunch and dinner. And you're just going to eat that one meal during that 1 hour eating window. It doesn't have to be 1 hour. It can be 2 or 3 hours because sometimes you'll get full when you're starting out at this at first and you're not eating the right types of food and you're not adjusted to it yet. You get full temporarily, but then get hungry again in about an hour, hour and a half. So at first you can do a 3 hour, 4 hour eating window. So 4 to like 8 or 4 to 9 if you need. But optimally, you want to get to where you're eating between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. and that's it. And what you want to do is you want to make that a plant. You can eat whatever you want on an O.M.A.D diet and you will get ripped and shredded and lose weight. There are people that do O.M.A.D and eat McDonald's. And because of the nature of how it changes your metabolism and changes your body to fat burning mode, and it starts to burn fat as your primary source of life energy instead of glucose, which is sugar, you can eat literally whatever you want on an O.M.A.D diet and you will look ripped and in shape and fit, and you will be fit. But I wouldn't necessarily call that healthy. You'll be healthier than you are now, but I wouldn't call that healthy. So what I would suggest you do is adopt what's called a whole foods plant-based diet. Eat a high percentage of raw leafy greens, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. You want to soak any nuts or seeds overnight to get them bioavailable and get them absorbable into your system. You can absorb the protein of them and the vitamins and minerals in them and have no digestive issues. But yeah, you want to eat a high percentage of raw leafy greens, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and then some cooked high calorie, high carbohydrate plant-based sources like potatoes. Now, potatoes get a bad rap. People think that baked potatoes are unhealthy for them. And that's because it's windy out here, it's messing with my camera. That's because people put unhealthy things on their baked potatoes and then blame that on the baked potatoes. Okay, so the average American, they'll load up their baked potatoes with bacon, butter, sour cream, chemical salt as opposed to sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. They'll load it up with all kinds of oil and grease and fat and meat and all kinds of junk, and then they'll attribute the negative side effects in health studies that come along with all of those things I just named off. They'll attribute that to the potato itself. That's nonsense. You can look at studies where people are actually eating potatoes and not the junk that you put on your potatoes typically, and get amazing health results. A potato has essentially everything a human body needs. You can survive off of potatoes alone, and that's been documented. There's a guy on YouTube, his channel I believe it's called SpudFit. He went something like a year or 2 years, I think it was a year, eating nothing but potatoes. Baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, sliced potatoes, diced potatoes, all kinds of potatoes. He didn't fry them or anything like that. He only ate them in healthy cooking forms, as far as I understand it. And he didn't put anything on them even. He'd put some seasoning on them, plant seasonings like paprika or, dill or cumin, stuff that's a plant, dehydrated, powderized, and made into a seasoning. You know, he might put some sea salt or some pink Himalayan salt or some pepper on it, but he didn't put ranch dressing on it. He didn't load it up with butter, or I can't believe it's not butter, or sour cream, or cheese, bacon, none of that. Okay, and all he ate for a year was potatoes, and he did not survive, he thrived on that diet. He lost tons of weight. He was fat as all get out when he started, and he was ripped and lean and looking mean when he was done. So I recommend that you adopt that kind of high carb, high calorie, cooked plant routine into your O.M.A.D cycle. So what I would recommend you do during your 1 meal a day is to get all of the minerals and vitamins that you need by getting yourself a cold pressed juicer and juicing leafy greens, vegetables, and that'll get you all, you know, most of the vitamins and minerals that you'll need, and drinking that during your 1 meal. Green juice, carrot juice, vegetable juice, okay? You can add a little bit of fruit juice in there to make it taste better, but rather than do that, what I recommend that you do is you get something called miracle berries. It's a dehydrated tropical berry, and make sure not to eat a miracle berry until after you've eaten your meal, and then when you're about to drink any of your unpleasant juices, because you don't want to eat it before your meal, because what a miracle berry does is it changes your taste bud receptors, and it makes things that are acidic and bitter taste sweet and delicious. So for instance, you can eat a miracle berry and then get you a big glass of wheatgrass, put a little bit of acidic fruit in it like a lemon's juice or a lime's juice in there. When you eat the miracle berry, instead of tasting like grass and lemon, it'll taste like a sweet juice, because the acidity and the lemon will become sweet to the tongue, and it will make the entire drink sweet. So instead of adding fruit to your vegetable juice, I would recommend that you use a miracle berry, chew it up, swish it around your mouth for about 2 minutes, and then consume your juice after your meal. Now, if you want to do fruit, and I recommend that you do fruit, I recommend that you don't juice fruit, because when you juice fruit, that's making too much concentrated sugar go into your system at once, all at one time. So what I recommend what you do during your 1 meal time, during your 1 meal eating window with your fruit, is I recommend that you blend it. I apologize for this Oklahoma wind. I recommend that you blend the fruit so that the fiber is still intact, instead of juicing it and removing the fiber, and you drink that as a smoothie as part of your meal. That'll get you high calories, high carbohydrates in a healthy form. That's what will fill you up. The vitamins and minerals in the juice of a vegetable will satiate you and make sure that you are not nutritionally deficient in any way. The fruit smoothie and the baked potato and some rice, that will fill you carbohydrate and calorie wise. So you get some purple rice some days, white rice other days, brown rice other days. Get you some baked potatoes, eat you 1 or 2 baked potatoes. I guarantee you, I don't care who you are, I'm a grown man, I'm tall, and I can eat a lot. I can go to CC's Pizza and eat 4 large pizzas myself and still eat it, and still eat, you know, a salad and some dessert, okay? I don't care who you are. If you eat 2 baked potatoes and a little container of rice, a little bit of rice, I'm gonna hold this so that my camera doesn't fall. In a little container of rice, 2 baked potatoes or 1 baked potato, a little, you know, handful of rice. You eat that, and you drink yourself a green juice, and have yourself a fruit smoothie. You're not going to be hungry until the next meal 23 hours later anyway. I guarantee you, if you do it like that. Now, if you just go into this willy-nilly and you just randomly eat whatever you're just going to eat randomly during your 1 meal, then at first you're going to have an adjustment period where you're starving for the 23 hours between meals. But if you do what I just said there, you won't have a problem. And I guarantee you, you'll get ripped, you'll lose weight, You'll be happy, you'll be comfortable, you'll have all the energy you ever need. You'll be ready to go. So that's O.M.A.D in a nutshell. That's intermittent fasting. That's the nothing till 4 diet, and I recommend you give it a try. So try it. Give it a fair try. Don't try it for 2 days. You know, try it for 60 days. Try it for 90 days. Heck, try it for 30 days at least. At least 30 days. And then comment and let me know down below how it went for you. I already know how it'll go for you if you do it right though. So if you say anything negative, I know you didn't listen to something, or you lying and saying you did, but you really didn't do it. Because this is well studied out and it works. It works. So, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button down below. Ring the notification bell. Thumbs up the video. Comment for future video ideas in the comment section. Share the video with anybody you know that needs some, dietary and health advice for the new year and just for life in general. And tell other people about the channel. All right? Sherrick's out.